Western United come into the penultimate round of the season, only one win away from securing a home elimination final. Their fans here today at Ironbark Field will certainly be hoping that they can get the job done, but it will be no easy feat against an Adelaide United side who have secured their equal best ever league finish of third. Can the home side get the job done today, or will the visiting Reds earn another win and some hard-won momentum heading into the knockouts? That is what is on the line today for both of these sides. Adelaide United locked into third, regardless of what happens in this game, regardless of what happens in the league. And of course, Western United hoping to secure fourth, where they currently sit with 3 points today. The only team that can catch them if they don't win today is the Central Coast Mariners below them. The teams preparing to make their way out. Ironbark Fields is always a vocal crowd for Western United home games. They love their team in the west of Melbourne. Great to see young fans getting a glimpse of their heroes there as well. Well, let's take a look at how the two sides line up this afternoon. It is a completely unchanged squad for Western United from the team that defeated the Newcastle Jets 2 weeks ago. Milana Cerna's recovered from injury but wasn't able to make the matchday squad. You might notice an unfamiliar name as captain, and that's because Chloe Lagazzo has changed her surname to Berryhill after her wedding in November, and will be wearing Berryhill on her shirt for the very first time. Big day today for Claudia Miocic, her 22nd birthday, so she'll be hoping for a birthday clean sheet. She's also still yet to score in the competition, so if she can achieve that milestone, that would be even better. Well, meanwhile, for the visiting Adelaide United, 2 changes from the last time they ran out. Claudia Jenkins comes back in goals for Alona Malay, and Sarah Morgan comes in for an injured Chelsea Dorber. Dorber and Erin Healy are both out injured, but are both expected to be back in time for finals, if not next week. There is goalkeeper Claudia Jenkins. She's back from her first ever New Zealand national team camp. She wasn't able to get on the park. The games for New Zealand were actually cancelled that was scheduled against Chinese Taipei due to the pitch conditions, but it was nonetheless a massive learning experience for her. She'll be hoping to take that into the back end of the season for Adelaide. Well, there's Kat Smith, Western United's head coach. All eyes for her are on preparation for finals football, and the first step is making sure that their first game of that campaign is at home. Smith has never won a finals game in her 3 seasons as an A-League women's coach. We'll hope that this season will change all of that. The referees today, the central official is Georgia Ghirardello. She's assisted by Avril Beecham and Paula Malau-Ajuli. The 4th official today is Isabella Mossad. There is Adrian Stenter, Adelaide United's head coach. He said throughout the week it was all about mentality now for his players. There's nothing to play for in terms of league position, but all to play for in terms of momentum and the confidence that they can be the first ever Adelaide United team to win a finals game. The home side in their huddle. Again, a win today secures them home elimination final, so plenty to play for them. Well, Chloe Lagazzo, now Chloe Berryhill, who was married in November to that woman there, and that is why her surname now reads Berryhill on the back of her shirt for the very first time. It was planned as a surprise for her wife, which is such a lovely thing to see. So that is why it all has been revealed today as she arrived in the country from America. Catherine Zimmerman there for Western United. She'll be hoping to add to her goal tally this afternoon. The 31-year-old, 5 goals this season. Callie Johnson, who of course departed for Canada, still leading the goal-scoring tally for Western. Adelaide United be hoping to keep them out of course. So all set to go. Western United with kickoff. We are underway at Ironbark Fields. Adelaide United secure in 3rd place on the table. Western United hoping to secure 4th and a home berth for the first round of the finals. Joining me on commentary today, Catherine Cannuli. Kath, what are you expecting from this game today?
I think we should be expecting an exciting game. I know both teams are in for the final series, but they've both been great teams this season, and I'm sure they want to play with a little bit of momentum leading into this final series.
Absolutely, both sides have secured finals. It is all about momentum. Adelaide United missing 2 of their strongest attacking players in Dorba and also in Erin Healy, who terrorised Western United last time these sides played. She scored a goal and was also electric in that game, in that 1-1 draw. So she's a big miss for them, but Adelaide will be hoping that they can get the job done regardless. Here is Adelaide in possession through Leon. Lucia Leon looking to put it central into Fiona Wirtz, who scored 9 goals this season herself. She certainly knows how to put it in the back of the net. And Wirtz's goal-scoring record in general, Kath, she scored 30 goals in 61 games in the A-League Women, which is almost a goal every second game. It's a remarkable record.
She has an unbelievable record in this league. It was just unfortunate for her with her move to Sydney FC last season. Didn't really pan out the way she would have liked it, and to see her return to Adelaide and return to fine form has been unbelievable. And I really think it's been a key to Adelaide's success as well this season.
Absolutely. When you can lose the likes of Chelsea Dorber and Erin Healy and you still have someone like Fiona Wirtz out there, they've struggled to put all 3 of them on the park at the same time. All 3 of them have had little injuries throughout the season, but the prospect of all 3 of them being fit, the word is that Dorber and Healy will be okay come round 1 of finals. It is an electric prospect.
And this is what happens once you do secure your final spot. It allows you to be able to rest players and make sure leading into this final series that you do have your full squad available.
Be interesting to see Western United's approach if they do get the 3 points today, but there is still 90 minutes of football ahead of us, so any thought of rotation or anything of that nature must be put to bed for now. Roy Lincoln, the Matilda. A long kick for Western, trying to gain advantage in that way. So it is always a vocal crowd in Tarneet for Western United. Always good to hear. Deception there from Hodgson. Need to feed it up the park. Dylan Holmes. The deflection means that she's managed to win her side a corner, so good early possession here from Adelaide.
Western United need to be really switched on here. Adelaide all season have been dangerous from set pieces, but more in particular from corners. They've scored a lot of goals from this corner set piece.
It's Emily Condon, the 26-year-old who's taking the corner. The in-swinging delivery into the mixer, the header just wide. Ella Tonkin was the player there.
Great delivery here by Condon. I think Tonkin there just misjudges that ball coming in, but if she just puts any other part of her head on that ball, I think it does become a goal for sure.
She was almost surprised that it arrived, that it got through the pack of bodies to her, because in the end, it was a clean enough header. She had enough time to get an uncontested header, but just wide. Berryhill and Zimmerman up high and pressing Adelaide's defence. To no avail this time. Western United win the throw. It might be their first little look now to have some possession in Adelaide's half. Amy Medwin will throw in for Berryhill, but a kick out for an Adelaide throw. Just a bit of miscommunication there between the two players. Home side playing out from the back. Adelaide managed to get on the ball. Leon, strong challenge on Deakis. Condon trying to play it central. Western United defenders in the road. Pressure from Berryhill, but McNamara calm on the ball, able to get it away. Leon, that was good work to play it up the line. Will it be reeled in time? No. A little bit too much on the pass. They're just in these early stages, it is the visiting Adelaide United who are on top.
They have started well, Adelaide United, and they play a very nice style of football as well. And to have the likes of Dylan Holmes back in this squad and playing regularly is a key part of the reason of their success and the way that they like to build up as well.
It seems such a long time ago now, Kath, but at the beginning of the season, that injury list for Adelaide looked dire. Of course, Izzy Hodgson, their captain, has only recently come back. Dylan Holmes, Nako Sasaki. It's really been a triumph of new players and younger players rising to the occasion this season.
Absolutely, and it's a credit to Adrian Stenta and the whole team that's been able to, you know, really turn around.
Ball in the middle, and there's the first goal for Adelaide. Lucia Leon in the right place at the right time to tuck it home. And Adelaide, for all of their early pressure, they get their goal.
They sure did, and we're just talking such great things about Adelaide United, but what a dangerous ball here into the box. You can see any ball that really goes into this dangerous area, but what a pinpoint delivery by Condon there. And Lucia Leon there just gets her leg stuck out on it and puts it into the back of the net.
Well, they didn't give us enough time. We were heaping praise on them and what a fantastic season they've had. And then quick as a flash, that ball from Condon finds the feet of Leon for her fourth goal of the season. The Dominican Republic international. And again, that is that fluidity, that ability for Adelaide to quickly move, quickly transition. Leon found herself right on the penalty spot, and it was a good finish in the end too, right in the corner. Well, for Adrian Stenzer, their coach throughout the week, it was a question of mentality. What team would show up for this game with nothing to play for in terms of league position, but all to play for in terms of momentum? How much did they want it? And that was his message. He wanted to see how his team would respond to this kind of scenario. And so far, they've responded really well.
They sure have, and that's fair enough of Adrian Stenta to expect that from his team. And again, given the season that they had last season and the way they've turned this around. And it is all about mentality going into this final series.
Here's another ball over the top being chased down. Lincoln able to get it away, but only as far as Holmes, who eventually was tackled by Medwin.
It's a great ball in behind there, and we know that Wirtz has got speed to burn, and you don't want to be going 1v1 with Fiona Wirtz, that's for sure. And she was very unlucky there, to be honest.
And there's so many avenues to attack, but for Western United as well, we can't forget they have plenty of avenues in attack as well. They just haven't been able to show it so far because the Reds have been so relentless. 74% possession just came up on the screen, and that is absolutely passing the eye test at the moment.
Absolutely. We always know in a game the first 10 minutes is always tough. It's always a little bit transitional. It's about what team really starts to get that momentum and gets themselves settled into the game first. And it looks like Adelaide United at this point right now are the ones that are really controlling the tempo and really controlling the game at this stage.
And Tonkin getting forward, getting involved. And that ball, probably the first thing that hasn't come off for Adelaide in this game. It's gone out for a Chloe Lincoln goal kick. And Chloe Lincoln now will look to play it short. The Western Core getting involved. They never stop cheering, no matter what the score, no matter what the scenario. Here's a potential opportunity now. Zimmerman trying to touch it around. McNamara can't do so. Jenkins is able to come out and clear it away. Condon off and chasing. Medwin will get there first. Good touch from Amy Medwin to get around Condon, but couldn't get around Hodgson. Emily Hodgson able to stop the momentum out for a Western throw-in. Condon. Cries of overlap are duly obliged by Hodgson. Question of the delivery in. Its player goes to ground, but it comes out only as far as Condon. His shot this time is saved by a watchful Chloe Lincoln.
It was a great little piece of combo play there by Adelaide United. And you can just see Emily Hodgson getting herself into an area where she can get a cross in there with no pressure into a dangerous area. And it's something that Western United have got to be very, very worried about at this stage.
Western United have shown glimpses of real quality this season, but they've also been on the end of some of the heaviest defeats in the competition. Obviously, that 8-2 at the hands of the Brisbane Roar earlier, the most famous example, but they've conceded the second most goals in the competition while being guaranteed of finals football at this stage, which is a tremendous statistic. Been very hot and cold. They'll just want to hope that today isn't one of those cold days. Here's another corner from Condon. Delivery again is good at the back post. Cleared away to the edge of the area. The strike! What a finish! That is tremendous from Sarah Morgan. Her first goal in the competition could not have been hit sweeter. Adelaide double their advantage.
Wow. This cross comes in, it just drops perfectly for Sarah Morgan. The technique, the way she drops onto that right foot, the way she hits it with that left, the drop of the shoulder, the head over the ball, the way she hits that ball, what a sweet technique. Beautiful from Sarah Morgan. Unbelievable.
She has been one of the real success stories of this season for Adelaide United. She came in to the season having been a real journeywoman of the competition. She has played at Canberra, she's played at Perth, she's played at the Wanderers, and now here at Adelaide, she's made a home for herself, particularly this season. This has been a real breakout for her and now has been rewarded with a goal, and what a goal it was.
What a goal. She's always had fantastic technique, Sarah Morgan. She's played in multiple positions. She's such a versatile player. Honestly, she could play in any position on the pitch. She's such a workhorse. I had the pleasure of working with her at Western Sydney Wanderers, and she's a player that is just never gives up. She's so resilient. She's worked her way into teams, and she's found a home here at Adelaide United, and I'm really, really happy for her.
24 years of age, just hitting the prime of her footballing years, and is making it count at the moment. Well, Adelaide, they've raced to this 2-goal advantage. Western United have got to get themselves a foothold in this game, because at the moment, that front two of Berryhill and Zimmerman have not really had much of a touch of the ball at all. Those of you are just joining us, Chloe Berryhill, formerly known as Chloe Legazzo, officially changed the name today. She'll be hoping to get a goal to celebrate or help her team turn it around, but at the moment she's not seeing much of the ball at all. Here's an opportunity though. Berryhill, ball towards the back post. It's defended away well. Taranto, Medwin involved, turning. Here's Berryhill. There's Diakius, in fact, who's played a ball in for Hieda. Wasn't able to maintain possession, and Adelaide so calmly able to play it out, although Zimmerman wins it back. Taranto, ball in for Zimmerman, just evading her. Western United almost with an opportunity to get a goal back.
They're working hard, Western United. They've worked hard here to win the ball back, and Taranto tries to slip that ball in for Zimmerman, but it was just overhit.
And speaking of success stories, Adriana Taranto, returning from an ACL earlier this season, was had an almost instant impact on Western United. She's been so good for them, and again was involved. Zimmerman, one of those players where you just know she's got goals in her when she can stay fit as well. The American. So a 2-goal advantage, certainly nothing that can't be overcome. It starts with winning the ball like that, although it probably doesn't end with giving the ball away immediately like that, but they're showing good endeavour here, Western. Here come Adelaide again though. Holmes, ball in the middle, headed away and out for another corner. Rueful smile on the face of Fiona Wirtz.
Adelaide have been really dangerous down this left-hand side, and once they get into those wide areas, they always are looking for that cross into the box, knowing that Fiona Wirtz is always lingering around somewhere.
Again, this is a team without Chelsea Dorber, without Erin Healy, both out injured, minor injuries. They're already 2 goals to the good, so it hasn't bothered them too much so far. Condon's corner, back post again, in swinging again, this time met strongly by a Western United head and cleared away. Nowhere near the direction of Sarah Morgan on that occasion. Heavy touch allows Medwin that time to clear it away. Touch just evading Condon there. Again, Western every time just clearing for safety. Miocic, the birthday girl that time. Ball back in, over the top, Hodgson. Couldn't get there before Lincoln. Taranto moving the ball forward. Good turn from Zimmerman. Just growing into the game a little bit more now, Western United. You get the sense that if they score a goal in the next 5-10 minutes, this could be a real high-scoring affair, and it really could be anyone's game.
Absolutely. We all know that at 2-0, it's one of the most dangerous score lines in football, and anything can happen. It's still early days, and here we go.
Ball down the line in the middle for Zimmerman. Great save from Jenkins, but the flag was up in any case. That is what Western United can do.
They definitely can, and Zimmerman here makes the right run. It's just a little bit early. Obviously, the ball from Taranto was just that touch off for Zimmerman, but the run, the way she waits, the way she darts into that knee post, she does it so well, Zimmerman, and we know how dangerous she can be in and around the box.
Again, that was so dynamic, that movement from Western United. If they are the next team to score, and particularly if they do it in the first half, this game really could be anything. That's why we tune into the dub, isn't it? A bit of chaos on a Saturday afternoon. Such Grove trying to play in Taranto. Taranto took a touch but couldn't get around Zoe Tolland before it went out of play. Tolland's throw straight back to Western United. Zimmerman will be able to keep it in. The cut back in for Hieda! Western United do get their goal back. It is game on in Tarneit.
It's definitely game on now. Western United get their goal back, and what a great run it was there from Catherine Zimmerman. Beautiful ball in for Taranto. She drops it in. I thought it might have been overhit, but Zimmerman works her hardest to get it there, and what a great run by Hieda. Nice and easy. Side-footed into the back of the net. Western United are back in this game.
Oh, this game just has a certain feel about it, doesn't it? Western United were really on the back foot in that first 15-20 minutes, and they've worked their way back into it. They've been rewarded with that goal. And maybe a little bit of momentum swinging their way now. Every time either team is on the attack, it feels like a goal is coming. Zimmerman, the architect of that goal for Western United. Is it taken out of play? Amy Medwin. Onto Zimmerman, trying to get the ball in. Zimmerman managed to win that duel with McNamara just about, although gives away a foul in the process. I think McNamara thought that that was headed out, and then Zimmerman, well, she's already shown once this game that she doesn't give up on a ball that easily.
She never gives up, Zimmerman. She's always up for that battle, and she's done really well here. It just shows the mentality of Zimmerman and this Western United team.
Adelaide was so calm suddenly. A little bit of nerves playing out from the back. A long ball over the top that time. Good turn from Grove. Vic. Diak is up to Zimmerman, who goes to ground, appeals for the foul. Not forthcoming. So Adelaide United now, if you were Adrian Stenser, Kath, are you telling your team just to calm down a little bit, or are we still going full throttle trying to get a third?
For sure, obviously after a goal conceded, things do get a little bit heated, and you need to make sure that, you know, you keep your head in the game. You are still leading the game at this stage, and you just need to be calm and just really composed. You don't want it to rattle you when you do concede a goal. Because to be honest, other than this goal, then Western United's first goal, they have been in control of this game.
Yoda trying to chase that one down. Briefly managed to keep it in. But not quite. It did end up going out for an Adelaide goal kick. That goal for Hieda, her third of the season, 6th in the competition. Diakis turns into trouble. The pass gives possession straight back to Western United though. Hieda. Zimmerman making a run in the middle. Defended away well. Diakis not able to get the shot away. She perhaps would have liked. Hieda beats one. Almost beats two and is fouled. And she tries to go around Hodgson. So a good result here for Western United. An opportunity from a set piece.
Great feat there by Hieda. We know that she's definitely got that in her locker. She loves taking on players one-on-one at speed, and she's done really well to get the foul there.
It was one of the features of her game. She burst onto the Australian football scene for Preston Lions when they were in the VPL, which is the second tier of Victorian football. Was renowned as being a technical player, then joined Calder United, of course, with that affiliation with Western United. Got the A-League women's contract the season after, and she's showing off some of those skills today. Left-footed delivery. Not quite of the quality that we come to expect from Grace Maher there. Adelaide United take a deep sigh of relief and will take the goal kick.
They sure will. They always know when Grace Maher is on the ball. She's so quality within her deliveries into the box, especially with that one. She obviously did overhit it a little bit too much, but she could have been in two minds as well between a cross or a shot.
She's scored from that kind of range plenty of times before in this competition. From set-piece delivery, she scores multiple Olympicos. I mean, if you want anyone on the ball in that sort of dead ball situation, it is Grace Maher. Here come Adelaide again. Ball central, Words! Easy as you like, but the flag is up. So it won't count for Fiona Words.
Adelaide United, number 23, Fiona Words.
Adelaide United, some very good play there. Great little combination play, great forward run there. Unfortunately, it was offside. But great little passage of play.
Adelaide United just showing that despite this period of pressure from Western United, they are very much packed to the brim of attacking threats of their own. Fiona Words not on the score sheet yet. She'll want to find herself on there at some stage in this game, no doubt. good thing for your confidence when you score an offside goal like that? I mean, she's put the ball in the back of the net in this game. That has to be a good thing. Ball over the top for Zimmerman. It's got Hieda in the middle again. This time she'll turn back and play it into midfield forward to Harkis. A heavy touch takes the ball away from her. Eggersvik. Medwin. Berryhill. Amy Medwin, overlapping run. Ball in, back post, header. Straight up in the air. It's still on here for Western. Not cleared away, a collision. And now an offside flag, but play will have to stop here because this is quite a heavy collision.
A great ball there from Berryhill. Great delivery into the box. And then this unfortunate collision here in the box.
So Matilda McNamara for Adelaide is back up on her feet. She's okay. For Western United, I believe it was Amy Medwin. And she's just receiving some treatment now. She'll get all the required tests. The play was stopped because of the offside, not because of that collision. So it will be a free kick for Adelaide when all is said and done. But both players just needing to take a moment here. Medwin receiving the physio attention. And she looks like she'll be okay to continue, which is a good sign. Adelaide United get us back underway. So another very threatening phase of play there from Western United. Just moments after Adelaide had the ball in the back of the net from an offside position. There is plenty happening. You don't want to turn this game off. It really could be goals at any moment. Here could be another one. And this time Sasha Grove gets in the way of the cross. Only 20 years of age, Grove, well renowned for her ability to get up and down that sideline. A real powerful runner. Leon, who of course scored the first goal of the game to give Adelaide United that 1-goal advantage. Seems like an age ago now, so much has happened. Trying to find a way through. Zimmerman, nice touch, but strong defending from Solent. Hodgson. And pressure on Jenkins here and almost caught out.
Great press there by Catherine Zimmerman. She's read that so well. She's had an eye for that. She's seen Jenkins and just went for it. And it's great ability to be able to read that and to be able to go at speed. It's a great press there.
Jenkins has got to be careful in situations. Western United not shy of a press. Here's Hieda. All the way to the byline. Cutback's deflected off an Adelaide defender and falls kindly for the visitors. No one back. Berryhill takes a turn, takes the strike. Hits it wide. Perhaps there were better options there for Chloe Berryhill.
There could have been better options for her there, but I think she's in that instinct right there. And we know that Chloe has that instinct in her. She knows she gets that turn, she gets that little half a yard there, a little bit of a touch. She wants a strike at goal. And Adelaide United got to be careful of her, especially in those dangerous areas.
You don't want to give a player of her quality any kind of time and space in that kind of zone, because they're so easily able to take a touch, to shuffle across and to find the angle that they need to get the shot away on goal. Intercepted again high for Western United, but it's able to be rescued. Sasaki able to get back. It's been a recurring pattern just these last few moments as Western United have gotten themselves into the game. That high press is causing Adelaide problems.
Western United are really doing that well. They're doing it collectively together. You can see that they're on the same page. You can see Kat Smith just really just tidying it up, and a couple of little instructions from the sideline there. And it's been a great press, and the way they win the ball back. It's just once they do win the ball back, they need to find that safe pass or create something from it.
Lucas Vic's ball over the top again. Numbers streaming forward here. Taranto could go herself. Shots deflected away. Hieda will come and collect. Kiwa Hieda towards the byline, goes back this time. Medwin, different angle. Delivery comes out to the edge of the area. Not cleared the first time. The second time, it's Fiona Wirtz who's dropped very deep to help out with the defence there. Able to get a leg in before Western United were able to recycle possession again. That throw was given away, but now Adelaide with the task of playing out from the back again, which was no easy task. Maybe exactly where Western United want them. He's given away again. Harkis up to Berryhill. Chloe Berryhill. Shot deflected away. It'll be a Western United corner.
Adelaide are really putting themselves under pressure, unnecessary pressure, to be honest, there. And again, Western United win that ball back and get themselves a strike at goal there through Berryhill.
Whenever it's on this side for Grace Maher's left boot, it is always a concern for the opposition. It's not just conceding a corner, it's conceding a corner in this sort of situation. We know how windy it can get in Tarneed as well. And see what Maher has in store for us here. In swinging delivery. Dangerous, punched away by Jenkins. Well, she was going for it. She goes for it almost every time, Grace Maher, and why wouldn't you? Jenkins equal to the task. Lincoln happy to go for distance from those kicks. Played forward again. Western United in space again. Hieda from the other side across. Zimmerman couldn't get there. Oh, they're piling on the pressure now, the home side.
That's a difficult one there. Hieda's done really, really well. She gets it across the face of the goal, and Zimmerman will be pulling her hair out when she watches that one back. Another great opportunity there for Western United. They've definitely got the momentum in the last 10 to 15 minutes in this game and really putting Adelaide United under pressure.
So much momentum has swung in this game already. The first 20 minutes, it looked like Adelaide would run away with it. And then the home side just switched on. They got the goal back, and it's been all them, really, with the exception of Fiona Wirtz putting the ball in the back of the net when it was ruled offside. So at any moment, Adelaide can hit them on the counter and do that to them. But Western United certainly looking the most likely. Lincoln has a job to do here, does it well. Wins a foul as well. Fiona Wirtz adjudged to be a little bit too exuberant as she lunged in for the ball. Lincoln just expressionless as always.
But you can see here, Fiona Wirtz just continues her press. Probably a little bit of frustration that she hasn't been getting much service over the last 10 to 15 minutes. And she just clips Lincoln again. Sometimes maybe lucky for Lincoln as well. That half a second earlier, she might have been winning that ball.
I said expressionless as maybe a bit more of a rueful kind of smile. Nothing too much bothers Chloe Lincoln. It's a fantastic temperament to have as a goalkeeper.
You have to know, though, as a goalkeeper, knowing when you're coming up against strikers like Fiona Wirtz that do like to continue their press, it's really a touch and really getting that ball out of your feet quickly.
Berryhill winning the ball in midfield. Medwin. Diakis. Back to Berryhill. Nice touch to get around Hodgson. Now can play it central. Medwin's ball. Oh, there was no one running into that central space who was able to collect that. Maybe that says a little bit about Adelaide's mindset. Jenkins happy to make Zimmerman run to her, happy to just slow the game down, perhaps waiting for that halftime break.
Very smart there by Jenkins. She knows that her team's under a little bit of pressure here and just slows the play down and allows Zimmerman to come out to her and gives her the opportunity of drawing a Western United player out and then playing her teammates in. Really, really smart there by Jenkins. Great game management.
Of course, she's not extremely experienced in the league. This is only her 25th appearance in the league. This has really been her breakout season this year, but she's 26 years of age, so she's been around. She went to college, so she's had that kind of experience in the States. So while not necessarily experienced at this level, she has a lot of game smarts, Jenkins, which is probably translated into the season that she's having. A lot of a tussle in the center of the park there. No need to go to the pocket on that occasion, but a strong challenge on Zimmerman.
Zimmerman has done very well there to hold her own in that instance, and she comes away with the foul.
That time that was well defended by Tonkin, so Adelaide able to win back the ball. So 3 minutes of regulation time plus stoppages in this first half remaining. Adelaide United burst out of the blocks to that 2-goal lead. Lucy Leon and then Sarah Morgan scoring the goals before Western United got themselves back into the game. Kiwa Hieda scoring to make it 2-1. And Western United have really been on the front foot since then. They've been making it very challenging for Adelaide to play out, but Adelaide always a threat on the counter. Not able to show it off there. Here's Berryhill. Berryhill trying to take on two defenders, is forced back. Here gives Vic, ball taken away by Holmes. Holmes happy to play it all the way back to her keeper, so both sides can reset. Jenkins will again wait for a Western United player to come to her. Assessing her options and plays it long. Leon, that is a fairly agricultural foul on Lucia Leon there.
There's no need for that from Grace Ma. You've got a couple of minutes left in this half. It's a silly foul there. Unnecessary, no danger.
She knew straight away as well because she immediately tried to run away from the scene of the crime. That's how you know that a player thinks they might be in trouble in terms of a booking or a foul.
Most defenders do.
The free kick in for Adelaide, headed on. Good claim from Lincoln, who's in the right position to make sure that that didn't evade her clutches. Hodgson, the player to take the throw here for Adelaide into Leon. Players from both sides have been regularly swapping sides. It's been an interesting tactical battle there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official has indicated there will be an additional 1
So
minute.
1 minute of added time in this first half. Maybe time for one more opportunity for either side. Hodgson's delivery for Adelaide. Lincoln can come and claim. She'll look to distribute this long. Give her players a chance to run onto the ball. Taranto trying to chase that one down. It's hooked away by Tolland. Just that battle in midfield. Western United coming away with it that time. Sarah Morgan protesting her innocence there. Foul has been awarded for Western United, and maybe one last opportunity for them to make something happen in this half. They've taken it quickly and they've taken it short. Medwin's ball into the middle. Taranto was there, but not able to get considerable contact. So that is half-time in the west of Melbourne. It is Adelaide United who lead thanks to goals to Lucia Leon and Sarah Morgan. In the second part of that first half, though, Western United worked their way well and truly back into the game. Kiwa Hieda scoring a goal after fantastic work from Catherine Zimmerman, and ensuring that at half-time it is Western United 1, Adelaide United 2. So the highlights from that action-packed half there are so many. Every attack, particularly in that first 25 minutes, looked like it may have been a goal.
Absolutely, Tara. And Adelaide United were definitely the better of the two teams in the first 20 minutes. They had plenty of action, and you can see here the great ball in from Emily Condon into this dangerous area. A great run in there from Lucia Leon, and gets a foot on it and gives Adelaide United the lead.
And at this point, it was really all Adelaide. They looked absolutely rampant. But what about this strike?
They sure did. And another dangerous corner from Adelaide United. It drops down for Sarah Morgan. And what a phenomenal strike it was from Sarah Morgan. The way she hits that, so sweet with her left foot. Definitely a goal for her to remember.
Perhaps a late contender for goal of the season. Are we saying that?
It sure can be.
Absolutely fantastic technique from Morgan. But Western United, they fought their way back into the game. And this was fantastic work from Zimmerman into Hieda.
Sure was. It was a great ball in from Taranto. The way Zimmerman worked so hard to be able to get that cut back in, and Hieda in the right place at the right time and just slots it into the back of the net.
So here are the half-time stats as it stands. Adelaide United's winning the possession battle with 61%. Fascinating to see only 4 shots from each side. As much as it was action-packed, they almost struggled to create clear-cut opportunities, and the clear-cut opportunities they did create often ended in goals.
Absolutely, and you can see here, you know, Adelaide United, you can see that they are holding the highest of the possessions, but they were struggling, especially in that back in that first half, where they could not play out from the back. But we all know that with them, they do have the 4 shots, but their accuracy are always very high.
Well, don't go anywhere. Still plenty of action to come in the second half. Tomorrow in the Ninja A-League, Canberra captain Michelle Heyman creates history with her 200th game as her team competes against Wellington Phoenix. The Phoenix are 8th on the ladder and 4 points behind Canberra, currently in 6th. Narlene Masto and Teresa Polias celebrate Michelle's historic achievement in their preview of the match.
And the final game to wrap up round 22 of the Ninja A-League takes us to McKellar Park as Canberra United will face Wellington Phoenix. And Teresa, we're going to be celebrating a massive legend of the game, Michelle Heyman. She's set to make her 200th appearance for the club. Just how special is she as a player for this competition?
I mean, it's an outstanding achievement. I could stand here and talk hours about the career she's had. She's a legend of the game and one of the most positive players you'll ever meet. So in terms of longevity, I mean, her career speaks for itself, but and not to mention her goal-scoring prowess. But, I mean, she's still dominating and she's still scoring goals for her team.
It'll be interesting to see if she can, of course, score on this incredible milestone. But Canberra also snapped their 6-match winless streak, which was important. Other than Heyman and Mary Stanich-Floody, which other player do you think Wellington should really look out for? Yeah, I mean, what an important win that was in their last fixture. And I really think Bethany Gordon is in good form in the middle of the pitch for Canberra. And she's an underrated workhorse. So the Knicks will need to have her accounted for and marked at all times. Unfortunately for Wellington Phoenix, it feels like their season has gone on a bit of a downhill path. They're now 3 games coming off losses. What can they learn from this really difficult spell to take into next season? Yeah, look, I think they've continued to create, but the ball just won't go in at the moment. I think this rough patch is more a test for their mental resolve. So the best part is that, you know, there's still a chance at finals. So I think they need to bring plenty of energy into this game against a very confident Canberra United. It's going to be a tough contest, but we can't wait to see, of course, Michelle Heyman bring up 200 appearances in style. Be sure to watch this one live on Paramount Plus or 10play.
Anthony Jagaranek, Canberra's coach, discusses the team's momentum after their 2-1 win over Perth Glory in round 21. He also touches on how the recovery sessions and training for tomorrow's game against the Wellington Phoenix is going, and how Michelle Heyman's 200th game is such a positive influence for the team's spirit.
It's been tough. You know, after a good win away from home in Perth, we wanted to keep that momentum going, but we've had a good recovery week. You know, we've polished a few, you know, niggles and whatnot this end of the season. They're inevitable. So had a fair few girls away at international duty as well. So it's been a lower load of players at training. But good recovery into Wellington Phoenix this weekend. We've been playing high pressure football for 8 or 9 weeks now, you know, must-win games for 8 or 9 weeks, and every time we drew or lost, we were still there, so it's another high pressure game. So we're getting quite comfortable with it, to be fair, and look, you would like to be in there in the 6 and comfortable, but equally it could have gone another way where we could be well out of finals contention, come to the place we are in the season as well. So we're so happy with what we've had to do. Thinking about it today and over the week, you know, coming up to 200 games if she's available to play this weekend, it makes it, you know, losing words to kind of describe how much of an achievement she is for the club and herself and the league and everything. You know, it's sensational for her, and it's motivating for us, you know, because you know, she's been a hugely loyal player for Canberra and for our community and to women's football.
Well, it's a case of deja vu from last season for Wellington coach Paul Temple, as his team's finals fate is decided in Canberra.
We were here penultimate game last season, and we had the agony of watching 2 games that we needed to go our way and they didn't. So we kind of found out the night before the game that we were out, and so yeah, the kind of fate of the team was decided in Canberra, and it will be again this week. So yeah, kind of odd that it's happened like that. Football throws out some of those funny things. This is all or nothing now, so we know what we need to do, and it's very clear. It's win or it's not good enough to get us in. So yeah, as I say, that clarity I think helps in a way, and we know going into this game that it's still in our hands. We can still control the outcome of the game. So yeah, it's win or bust. I think like Anthony's done a really good job like with Canberra. They're achieving some good things. You know, they've won on the road. They've been tough to beat. They're hard to break down. They've always got a goal threat with that kind of front 3 that they have. And so yeah, you have to pay them the respect that they deserve. And it's going to be a tough game. There's no doubt about that. And yeah, McKellar Park's always a tough place to go. The closest we've probably got to a full 90-minute performance was the last away game in Sydney a few weeks back. So that is encouraging in terms of this away game. If we can play like we did against Sydney, then I think we'll win. So it's one of those, it is there, the performance is there.
So welcome back to Tarnee. Ironbark Fields is the venue where the visiting Adelaide United currently lead Western United 2-1. Lucy Leon scored early in the game, and when Sarah Morgan made it 2, it looked like Adelaide may well run away with it, but it was not to be. Western United getting themselves well and truly back in the game. Kiwa Hieda got a goal back after some fantastic work from Catherine Zimmerman, who was able to rescue the ball from going out, cut it back from the byline and played in to an on-rushing Hieda. Since then, it's been very even, chances aplenty for both sides. Adelaide United thought they might have had a third after a Fiona Wirtz goal was ruled out for offside, but apart from that, after Western United's goal, it has been the home side on top. That half-time break came at a good time for Adelaide, just to reset. They've still got this lead, and they'll be hoping to take it with them till the end of the 90 minutes. Back underway in Tarnee. Adelaide United getting us started in this second half. And Kath Canoli, that was an enthralling first half of action. What can we expect in the second?
It sure was, Taryn, and let's hope we see a little bit more action than what we did in the first half, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty of action in this second half.
Adelaide United looking to get on the front foot straight away to restore their 2-goal advantage. But instead it is Western United who win the ball back. The stakes for this game for Western United, they'll be hoping to get 3 points to secure a home elimination final. Adelaide United, no matter what they do in these next 2 games, are locked in to finish 3rd on the Ninja A-League table, their equal best finish in their history. Here come Western United, Taranto towards the byline. The question of whether it went out or not, it's play on, ball in the middle. And well, that call, it came late, but eventually it did come. It was out for a goal kick. Everyone stopped there expecting the call to be made.
You can never stop until the final whistle has been blown, and they're lucky enough here, Adelaide United, that it finally did get blown, but it was a little bit late there by the referee.
And that's something that you tell your juniors when you're coaching. Always play to the whistle, never anticipate a call. Adelaide United's defenders just stopped expecting that call to be made, but eventually what looks to us like the correct decision was made. Adelaide United breaking forward here through Leon. You see Leon cutting back inside. Ball across. Fiona Wirtz on the left, blocked away. Dylan Holmes now. Hodgson. That ball from Holmes, too much on it. So Chloe Lincoln will have the opportunity for a goal kick. They're very good down that left-hand side of theirs in the first half.
They sure were. They'll find those combination plays. They'll be able to get themselves into those wide areas and get some deliveries into the box.
Taranto, an attempted wall pass with Zimmerman. Didn't quite come off the way that they would have liked. Fourth official Isabella Mosson just making sure that that throw-in is taken from the correct place. Leon with the throw. Eggersvik intercepts. And Sasaki ensures that Western United are not able to advance any further. Berryhill intercepting. Taranto. Nice back heel from Taranto to Harkis. Saw some space open up. No shot was deflected away. Hasn't scored so far in this competition to Harkis, but she's got it in her locker. Taranto. Back to Harkis. Ball delivered in. Lincoln. Jenkins, rather, is there. Fancy footwork from Jenkins.
Calm, cool and collected there from Jenkins. Again, we can see Adelaide United really struggling to play out of the Western United press. They're setting up so well, Western United, defensively. It all starts from Zimmerman. You can see here they win the ball back. Just an unfortunate foul here.
Here come Adelaide. Advantage played. Ball central. Fiona Wirtz is there, but plenty of green shirts are as well. Hodgson. Emily Hodgson's delivery. And that time it is Lincoln who is able to gather after that ball in from Adelaide. So end to end to start this second half. Nothing quite clear-cut has emerged as of yet. Maybe some problems for Sarah Morgan for Adelaide, who's just a little bit proppy. Adelaide happy to play it around the back, but we saw them get themselves into a little bit of trouble at times in the first half, just because of that press from Western United. Whatever they studied at half-time, though, may have worked because they've done fantastically well here. Leon, delivery towards Condon. It's come all the way through to Hodgson, who wasn't able to keep her shot down. Emily Hodgson arriving at the back post, almost getting on the end of a lovely move here.
Beautiful cross there by Leon. She's crossed that in first time and to be able to whip that in behind the defence, and it's an unfortunate one there for Adelaide United.
So referee Georgia Ghirardello has just gone back for the foul that was committed in the build-up to that goal, and she's given a yellow card for the challenge. We'll get confirmation of exactly who was given that yellow card. So she did signal an advantage played during that phase of play. So good refereeing, it has to be said, to let the play continue, and then she's gone back and booked the player that has committed that foul. So we'll just wait and see who that yellow card has been awarded to. Get confirmation for you shortly. So it was Catherine Zimmerman who's been given that yellow card for the challenge. Here come Adelaide United again. Tonkin always happy to roam forward, very confident with the ball at her feet. Both sides have had little looks at goal in this second half. Nothing much separating them at the moment. Adelaide, of course, have that advantage in terms of goals, scoring those 2 quick goals, giving themselves the lead. But in terms of general play, both teams have had periods of dominance, and now after the break, it's been very even. So this is the foul. Zimmerman was given a yellow card. So you can see there, Ghirardello played advantage. So fantastic refereeing, played advantage, let the play flow. Adelaide had an opportunity and then came back and gave the yellow card to Zimmerman for that challenge. Adelaide again breaking through Holmes. Dylan Holmes tackled well by Miocic. Miocic also wins her team a throw-in, so fantastic work from the newly minted 22-year-old. It's been preferred in recent weeks to Alana Cern. Cern not injured, but not in the matchday squad today. Wirtz to the edge of the area. Leon for her second. Lucia Leon restores Adelaide's 2-goal advantage. She has a brace. And Adelaide, well, at the moment, you have to say they are rampant.
You can see here Wirtz just gets away from Mihotic, gets to that byline, gets the cut back in for Leon, and what a beautiful finish here by Leon. So nice. The way she opens up her body, receives that ball on the back foot, and just slots it in with that instep. Beautifully done.
That's a fantastic finish from Leon. So her second of the game after scoring the opener. So plenty of time in the game for a hat-trick as well. Yes, it had been even up until that point in the second half, but Adelaide really emerging, creating those opportunities. They created the one in the phase of play not long before that, and then opening up space for Leon. It's been a real success story. I mean, we've spoken a lot about the players that Adelaide have brought in after they had such an injury-hit start to the season, but it's been their internationals as well, where in previous seasons maybe they haven't gotten that right. I mean, we're talking about a team that finished last by a significant margin last season. The likes of Leon, Healy, they've gotten them very, very right this season. Here they come again. Wirtz, Fiona Wirtz across the face of goal. Lincoln is there. They had their period of dominance, Western United, but now Adelaide on top. Western United now, they've got to find a way back into this game. They've got to find a way to convert what they can do in transition, to convert their high press into goals. Maybe they had to score another in that period in the first half to really put themselves back into the game.
I think it's going to be important here for them now that they just stick together and really keep working as a team and not drop their heads and looking for opportunities to push this ball forward. And
little tussle in midfield. Lovely ball through. Holmes on the end of it. Dylan Holmes. Edge of the area for Wirtz. Fiona Wirtz. Curler. Lincoln can only parry it away. Eventually it's cleared. Well, Fiona Wirtz wants to get her name on the score sheet. When Adelaide United have scored 3, it's not very often you don't see Fiona Wirtz there if she is on the pitch. But it's Western United on the attack again. Grove. Taranto. Towards the back stick again. Hieda not able to get there. Zimmerman. We'll see the ball out of play.
you can see here Fiona Wirtz, she loves getting on the ball. She's looking for something. She's hungry for a goal. You can see that she's definitely searching for one.
Throw in here for Western. Now the cross, can't get past Hodgson. Well, a couple of substitutions on the way here for Western United as they search for the goals that will get them back in the game. Chiara Di Domizio and Mel Taranto, the players coming on. Sarah Exvik and Kiwa Hieda coming off. So Hieda, the goal scorer for Western, one of the players withdrawn. Kat Smith perhaps hoping that Mel Taranto can add a little bit of oomph in midfield. She's a very physical player. Also creative as well. She's scored a couple of goals this season, and Chiara Di Domizio just has a habit of getting a goal or an assist off the bench.
The super sub off the bench, Di Domizio, she's been fantastic this season. She's played a great role as that super sub coming off the bench and really gotten Western United.
Here's a strike from distance, but it's flown over. That looked very promising off the boot.
It sure did. And again, just going back to Di Domizio, has gotten Western United out of trouble many times this season, so it's great to see her on the pitch, and let's see what she's got.
She'll perhaps have an opportunity very soon, because there's Western United in possession here. Adriana Taranto, of course the twin of Mel, who's come on. Ball across the face of goal. It's cleared unconvincingly. Out of play for a corner. So the substitutes that are being prepared on the Adelaide United bench won't be risked at this kind of juncture. Maybe sun in the eyes there of Jenkins could play a part in this corner. Delivery in from Taranto. Headed away. Berryhill is there to keep the ball in play. Ball back in from Ma, change of angle. Taranto trying to keep it alive. The touch too heavy. And out for a goal kick. So we will see these substitutions now for Adelaide. We'll see Abby Clark coming onto the pitch, the 20-year-old English woman.
Double substitution for Adelaide United.
Fiona Wirtz, one of the players coming off. Also the experience of Isabel Hodgson, the 28-year-old, playing her 98th A-League Women's appearance today. So closing in on that 100. There was Wirtz and Nanako Sasaki, the two players coming off the pitch. So perhaps some damage limitation for Stenter. He's able to rotate his players, give his youngsters a bit of a run, particularly with this 2-goal buffer in this game.
For sure, he knows that now. He's in the lead. He's not long to go in this game. Not that he can write any game off, but a little bit of a squad rotation here and allow these players to get on the pitch and get some minutes.
Of course, youngsters in the form of Abby Clark. This is her third A-League Women's appearance. Isabel Hodgson, very much an experienced campaigner. The club captain started the season injured. This is her fourth appearance this season. So she's been working her way back to full fitness, has Hodgson. It's been a constant presence on the training park for Adelaide as a leader. And it's very difficult when you've got a player like that who adds so much to a team, but the team otherwise has been clicking so well and doing so well. It's difficult to find a spot back into the starting 11.
It's always tough when your team has been having so much success and you've got to fight your way back into that starting 11. But I'm sure that she's been having a lot of, contribution to this team off the pitch as a leader. She's been around Adelaide United for such a long time.
Dita Mizio's ball able to be cleared away into the hands of a Western United player that time. Taranto protesting her innocence, but that was the referee's decision.
She can't get away with that one. She's gone to just turn away from the ball and it's hit her hand. And
Condon. Adelaide playing it around calmly. Now the pressure comes. Tolland. He's looking for Clark, and instead Clark fouls Noel Taranto.
it's a 50-50 challenge there, and just unfortunate there for Clark.
With youthful enthusiasm. Dita Mizio. On the edge of the area. Easily able to be claimed by Jenkins. Loves a bit of gamesmanship, Claudia Jenkins. But here's this strike again from Dita Mizio.
You can see Dita Mizio there. She's hungry. She gets her touches on the ball there. She goes for strike at goal. She grabs the arm up to say sorry to the team, but that's what strikers are all about.
Turnover in a dangerous area. Berryhill, deflection. And will go out for a corner. Just clutching at her ankle there. But will be helped back to her feet. Hopefully she's okay.
You can see here Berryhill, she little fancy footwork there and gets the turn away and looks for the shot off.
She's okay, back to her feet. She's had problems with that ankle in the past, so All's well ends well for now. Corner taken short. Deflected away at the first time of asking, and at the second ball in, Jenkins is able to claim.
Great little set piece here from Western United. Adelaide United were a little bit late to the party there and were very lucky not to really concede from that corner.
Well, if you have just joined us in the second half and might be a little bit confused about Chloe Berryhill, today is the debut of her new name, formerly known as Chloe Lagazzo. Now gives a new name for the Western core to cheer throughout the remainder of this season.
It might give them an opportunity to come up with a new song for the final series.
That's an exciting moment for any active group.
I'm sure Chloe's wife, Kenny.
Well, Zimmerman brought to ground right on the edge of the area there. The card is out of the pocket. And it will be a yellow card for Dylan Holmes. Zimmerman did really well to ride the first, ride the second challenge, and then Holmes has come from nowhere to make sure that she could go no further.
You can see that's just desperate defending there by Holmes. She knew that Zimmerman is a threat, especially in and around the edge of the area there, and she's just lashed out there at Catherine Zimmerman to try and protect her team there.
I'm sure it's never nice when you're on the end of that challenge, but Zimmerman earned this opportunity for Western United by her endeavour. She beat two players to get there and kind of left Holmes with no choice. So Adriana Taranto and Grace Ma, the two players standing over it. You'd think it will be Grace Ma, but we'll wait and see. Western United to get a goal back. Great save, Jenkins. Ball back in at the second time. Jenkins is there again. It was Taranto who took on the strike, and Jenkins equal to the task.
Taranto's hit that really, really well. The way she, couple of steps into that ball and the way she whips her foot around it. Great technique there by Taranto, and a fantastic save then by Jenkins.
And Jenkins, one of the standout goalkeepers this season, arguably Keeper of the Year, might be fighting out that award with Sham Karmas of the Western Sydney Wanderers, but she's just been phenomenal. Her impact on this team in her first season, really, in the competition. She had a couple of appearances last time out, but she's made a big, big impact in her first consistent run of games. Zimmerman. Ball towards the back post. Tita Mizio. She'll be ruining her inability to get a touch on that. There were two Western United players making the run, and somehow it's beaten both of them.
That was a massive opportunity missed there by Western United. You can see Medwin makes that run across the face there to be able to allow them to keep driving into that space, and the ball in. Massive missed opportunity there for Western United.
It was a wonderful ball too, perfectly weighted. Here's Clark. Ball out to Leon, who's on a hat-trick. Instead, she'll do the team thing, look for a ball in. It's defended away well by Ma. Medwin off and running. Zimmerman, nice touch. Tita Mizio. Zimmerman, edge of the area. Catherine Zimmerman. Well high in the end. And this wonderful opportunity from Western United just moments ago.
Again, you can't allow them in the time and space in that area. Medwin makes that forward run. She drives into space and puts a great ball into that dangerous area. Just they couldn't make something of it.
Another substitution here for Adelaide United. It'll be Emily Condon coming off. She'll be replaced by the 24-year-old Mallory Mullen for her 10th appearance of the season. Played her NPL football in the off-season at West Adelaide. It's her 3rd stint at the club. And she's got 20 minutes here to make her mark and help her side see out this result. Mullen straight into the action. Bit of physical contact there that gives her side the foul.
Welcome to the game, Mallory Mullen.
Well, Mel Taranto was potentially brought into midfield for her physicality. She's a very different kind of player than Sarah Egsvik, who she replaced in there. Egsvik, more of a technical kind of player. Mel Taranto probably more likely to commit those kinds of fouls. It's been an interesting kind of shift for Western United. When they first came into the competition, they were very much a physical, crash and bash kind of team. Would play on the counter, wouldn't allow you any kind of space in midfield. And this season, they've actually conceded the fewest amount of fouls in the competition coming into this game, which is a marked shift to the way that they've traditionally kind of played. But it's worked for them. I mean, they're currently in 4th. Obviously, things aren't going well for them in this game. But overall, it's been a shift that's worked, but it is a departure from their usual style.
When you change coaches as well, you obviously change a point of your style. And Kat Smith would obviously have a different type of philosophy in the way that she's putting the team on the pitch as well. It always does start to change, and you'll start to see that as she starts to get the momentum in the league with this team. And again, the types of players that you actually put on the pitch, and Taranto's a big example of that. She loves getting into those battles. She loves those 50-50 challenges, and you know, she's a player that wins her duels, and she does that so well.
Kat Smith watching on, perhaps contemplating further changes to try to lift her side. So just over 16 minutes remaining of regulation time in this game. Can Western United get themselves back? A goal in the next few minutes would make things very, very interesting. Western United need a win to secure 4th and to secure a home elimination final. They're still in the box seat for that. They will end the round a point ahead of the Central Coast Mariners, who are the team that can catch them in 4th. But it will go down to the final day. They are secured in finals. So Adriana Taranto commits a foul there on Clark. They will definitely be there at season's end, but they'll want that first week to be at home. That would be the ideal situation for them, particularly with a tricky Wellington Phoenix away game coming up in that final round. That ball up the line was never reaching Dita Mizio. Jenkins keeps it in, and again, that gamesmanship that we're seeing from her just eats up a few more seconds, makes Dita Mizio run. To be fair, Chiara Di Domizio is very full of running, so she's eager enough for the task.
You can see here Adelaide United just controlling the game, being super smart. As I say that, Sarah Morgan gives the ball away. But it's so important here, the game management for Adelaide United. They're in control of this game. There's 15 minutes left.
Grove trying to create an opportunity that Western United need. But it's been intercepted. Mullen. Ball touched back by Hodgson for Leon. Mullen trying to turn away, can't do so. Now space opening up, but that pace at the back, really well done there to get back by Sarah Morgan. She's got all elements of the game in her locker, and there that defensive cover has done really, really well.
She's worked hard today, Sarah Morgan, with the ball and especially without the ball.
Leon's ball deflecting away from Grace Marr, so out for an Adelaide United corner kick. The goal here would really kill off the game, you'd imagine, if they can score a fourth. Dylan Holmes will come over to take. Holmes's delivery met by an Adelaide head. Lincoln is there to dive on the ball.
Great delivery here by Holmes and finds Tonkin at that back post, just the way she jumps up. She doesn't get her forehead on that ball and sort of just sticks her head side on at it.
She had an opportunity from a corner very early in the game, Ella Tonkin. She's a real threat from set pieces. She can jump high, she can get up there, make her presence felt.
She definitely has that aerial ability. You could see there when that ball does get delivered by Holmes, that she does get up above her defender nice and easy. It's just the technique of the way that she actually approaches the ball.
Ball back in by Western United here, easily able to be dealt with. Another substitution here with a Bargwin coming on. Sandra Bargwin for Western United. Adriana Taranto, the player making way. Bargwin, the Colombian player. She has scored a goal this season. She scored in the dramatic 4-3 victory against Canberra United a couple of weeks ago. In that game, Western United trailed 3 times before coming back to win it 4-3. Has a bit of a different energy to it, though, than this game. It'll be difficult for them to overturn this 2-goal advantage now. And Adelaide United will make another substitution now. Well, Lucia Leon won't get the opportunity to score her hat-trick, but she comes off for a well-earned rest. And Tiana Karabassis is the player who comes on from Townsville, the 24-year-old. Is making her 19th appearance of the season. Her second season in the competition. She played for the Mariners last time out before joining Adelaide in this campaign and has played an important role for them at various stages throughout the season. can play anywhere in defence and midfield as well, Karen Bassis. So you get 10 minutes plus stoppage time to show off what she can do here.
A bit of confusion here by the Adelaide United players. Dylan Holmes sending over the ball for the corner, and then the swap out for Sarah Morgan here, going for the in-swinger with Sarah Morgan's left foot.
Corner delivered, punched away by Lincoln. Second time of asking, Morgan goes back and collects. Puts it in from a different angle. And Taranto able to head it away. Bargwin applying the pressure. Adelaide United looking to fashion that fourth goal and secure the 3 points. Fiona Wirtz, even though she didn't get on the score sheet today before being substituted off, you can really feel the difference with her off the pitch in terms of the attacking options that Adelaide has. And it really goes to show that good strikers don't necessarily need to be scoring all the time or even assisting all the time. It's the space that they create, the runs that they make in behind that can really make a difference to a team.
And Fiona Wirtz does that so well. The way that she makes those diagonal runs in behind, the forward runs, her speed to be able to break down defences is absolutely phenomenal, and it's something that gives Adelaide United that edge, especially going forward.
Western United winning the ball in midfield. Taranto up against Morgan. Taranto breaks away from the challenge. Bargwin has Dita Mizio in the middle. Zimmerman at the back post. And across, not allowed to arrive at either because Tonkin blocks it away. And it's out for a Western United corner. Claudia Jenkins just marshalling her troops. Just had to punch away one Grace Marr corner so far today. Marr's delivery is flat this time. It's come away to Berry Hill. Second delivery. Up, not cleared, bouncing around. Zimmerman's fallen. Dita Mizio, can she get a shot away? The Reds eventually able to get it out of the penalty area. There's no guaranteed thing. That ball in there to Zimmerman, perhaps fashioning something, but in the end out of play.
This is a superb ball in by Marr into that dangerous area in the box. Bit of a scrap here by Western United and Adelaide United.
Well, there are appeals for a handball on Zimmerman. Zimmerman is on a yellow card. So that's the argument from the Adelaide bench at the moment. They believe that if that had been seen and called, it potentially could have been another yellow card for Zimmerman. But it wasn't seen. She was falling. So perhaps the argument can be made that her hands were in a natural position as she was falling. It certainly did hit a hand, though.
It definitely hit her hand, but it definitely wasn't a forced hand or deliberately done.
In any case, I'm not sure if it would have counted as a yellow card. In any case, it just would have been a foul for Adelaide United. Perhaps the argument was the challenge before then, when she was trying to win the ball. But either way, play has continued.
I also think as coaches on the sideline, you're going to call for everything and anything. And if you can get a player sent off at whatever stage, that's what coaches do on the sidelines. They think everything has to go their way. I've been there. Don't worry, Taryn.
Well, every coach is forced to do the at least the level 0 rules of the game, Football Australia refereeing guidelines when you do your licenses. And the Barguin looks to be in a little bit of pain here. The substitute clutching at that ankle. She's back to her feet. This could be a bit of a nasty one though for a Barguin.
You can just see as she goes to take that touch inside, Mullen just gets the back of her ankle there.
And just a stinger because she is back on her feet and rejoining the play, but those ones do sting. It'll be Grace Marr delivering the free kick. Adelaide able to head away. Clear it all the way back to Grove in Western United's half. Her ball forward. Nice couple of touches from Dina Mizio. Bard marshalled very well by Tonkin, who hasn't really put a foot wrong in this game. Marr switching play. Zimmerman into Berryhill. His ball across, cut out by Morgan.
Great run there by Chloe Berryhill. Again, that's something that she does so well. She recognises it, she makes a forward run, gets herself into a great position there and earns her team a corner. You can see here on the replay, what a great run there by Berryhill. Looks for that little cutback into those dangerous areas and now steps up to take the corner.
All players lingering towards the back post here for Western United. Here's the delivery from Berryhill. Doesn't get past the front post that time. Marr able to come back and collect. Sasha Grove. Another ball in towards the back post. Dina Mizio is free if she can keep the ball in. No pass though, can't meet a Barguin. Dina Mizio. Cross in. McNamara meets the header. Really, since Adelaide scored that third goal, Western United have found it very challenging. The game's closed up a lot, really, since that first half in particular. Can they score here to make things interesting? Ripples off the side netting. Now for a corner, so Jenkins forced to make the save.
You can see here Medwin just plays it into Dee Demizio. She tries to whip that cross in, just doesn't get the right technique.
Another left-footed corner here from Marr. Marr's corner, up and collected by Jenkins, who made sure that she didn't take one extra step back because that was right on the line there.
She's done really well there. She's so confident, demands her box, Jenkins. She does it so well.
I think a lot of players we see bursting onto the scene of this competition are often younger, 16, 17, 18. You know, Jenkins has the advantage of that experience elsewhere, and it absolutely shows in the confidence in her play. She's able to command her penalty area. Here's Zimmerman with the strike, just wide. Catherine Zimmerman. That looked destined to the top corner of the net, but it's just missed.
She's played the ball in there to Barguin. She gets the 1-2 return there, and you can just see the ball is just running away from her just that little bit too quick. But a fantastic strike there by Zimmerman. She has not stopped all game, with the ball, without the ball. She's been phenomenal for Western United today.
So 4 minutes of stoppage time for Western United. to get themselves a point out of this game, or for Adelaide to ever finals campaign as a club. And also the confidence of knowing that they can beat a team who they may well face in the finals in Western United as well. And they've done it without two of their most important attacking players, Chelsea Dorber and Aaron Healy, who are both tipped to be back for finals. So promising signs all round for the Reds. Isabel Hodgson chasing that ball down, full of running. Coming in off the bench and looking to make her mark. Just over 2 minutes now. It's now or never for Western United. Grove's ball into Zimmerman. Sasha Grove. Taranto. Clever ball in. Bargwin picks it up. Medwin. Amy Medwin goes for the spectacular. Straight into the breadbasket of Claudia Jenkins.
A great strike here by Medwin. You can see she's probably just a little bit too far out and goes for that strike. But it was a great passage of play there by Western United. It's great to see that they're not giving up. They're still trying to play football.
It was almost that lightning strike of the first 15 minutes, the 2 goals that they conceded. It was always going to make it difficult for them to come back into the game. And on the balance of play, they did so well, but in terms of the score sheet, it looks as if they won't be able to wrangle it back. Dita Mizio driving into space, but you can see all of those Adelaide United shirts back now. They know that there are only seconds left on the clock. As much as if they conceded a goal now, there'd still be very little time for Western to get back into it. They won't want to open the door even a little bit here, Adelaide. Mullen. Intercepted by Grove. Solon's being urged to keep it. Instead plays it to her centre-back McNamara. So full time in Sarnie. It is the visiting Adelaide United who have come away with the 3 points. It was an electric start from the Reds. A brace to Lucia Leon, the first of which came within 10 minutes, and a stunning goal from Sarah Morgan made up their 3. Western United got back into the game, particularly in the first half. Kiwa Hieda scored a goal that saw them get back to 2-1, but a third goal in the second half for Adelaide, a second for Lucia Leon, ended up sealing the result for Adelaide. No change in league position for Adelaide. Western United will have to wait another week to discover their elimination final fate. At full time, it is Western United 1, Adelaide United 3. So the highlights of this game, it started off with Adelaide on top.
It sure did, Taryn. A great ball in here by Emily Condon. And Leon just attacks this ball in the box and gets a leg out and gives Adelaide United the lead.
Fantastic.